Had a good time streaming the other day on Advanced Automation. We did a 1,000 Wither death stream. On Advanced Automation, we have a 80 chamber Wither killer. So this is a location where we can generate stars. The reason why we need so many Nether stars is for our challenge. So in Advanced Automation, the challenge is to make a double chest out of every possible item. So this means that we need a double chest of Nether stars and we need a double chest of beacons. And so we use our Wither killer chambers to generate 80 Nether stars at a time. I designed the Wither killers last spring and built them on Advanced Automation with Blank and Hazel. So our setup allows us to kill 80 withers at the same time and collect 80 stars. So during the stream, we ran the Wither killer 13 times. We killed 1,040 withers and we got 1,039 stars. So there, you do lose stars in the Wither killer, and that's because of a bug in the game. Stars are not actually invulnerable. Not sure why it happens, but it does happen, but you will only see it if you are building something as big as an 80 Wither killer. But during the stream, several people asked how to build these Wither killers. So this is a short little fun video that I'm putting together to show you that. Now, to build a Wither killer, you need Bedrock. And in 1.16, Bedrock is harder to obtain, it's harder to duplicate, and it's harder to remove. So I don't actually recommend building one of these. It's actually much easier to find a location in the overworld in which you can spawn a wither and it die. This is what I call natural wither killers. So I don't have a video on natural wither killers, so we did a video of it on Navy Nexus's channel. Bruva also has a video on it. But if you're interested in knowing more about natural wither killers, join my Discord. The link will be in the description below. In that Discord, I can show you how to use the tool that I developed to find natural wither killers. And for a single player world or a small SMP that doesn't have a large challenge like Advanced Automation, finding a natural wither killer is a much better way to go than trying to obtain a bunch of bedrock to build your own wither killer. I'm going to create a new world. Wither killer. Oh. Put in creative. We're in our world. So now I'm going to look for a good spawning spot. So I'm going to look for someplace up high. I'm going to head, a lot of tall mountains around here. I'm going to head, I think, this way. I'm going to go up on these mountains over here. I'm going to start building. I'm going to look for a spot. I'm going to go up these mountains over here. I'm going to look for a spot to build our wither killer. So I'm coming to the portal, get some supplies. I'm going to come up here, and on this corner, I'm going to build a portal. I want to build my wither killer in the Nether. The advantage of building wither killer in the Nether is that the withers won't kind of interfere. Like if they escape, they're not going to interfere with any overworld things. There's also a bug about the wither darkening sky. If you do it in the overworld, can stop mobs from burning. So we're going to build it in the overworld, in the Nether instead of the overworld. Go through. I'm going to look for a spot to build. And so the spot I'm going to look for, so to find a spot, we're going to start, I'm going to need a couple things. Build, we're going to need some bedrock. So Wither Killer is made out of bedrock because it, because withers can't destroy bedrock, instead they suffocate in it. I'm going to put a pumpkin down here. And the stem of the pumpkin points northwest. So you need to build your Wither Killer such that the withers get spawned in the north and in the positive X direction. We're going to build a Wither Killer. So we're going to clear Wither Killer. So this is our northwest corner, and we want to head east. So we're going to head east from here, and we're going to build a couple of spawning platforms. Go here. We're going to start by building our spawning platforms like this. Build 4 of these, so 4 will fit within a chunk. I'm building this chunk aligned like this in order to prevent the withers from potentially glitching out if the chunk is loaded. Now we're going to take our bedrock and we're going to go 2 up from the spawning pads and put a line of bedrock like that. Then we're going to go 1 up from there and we're going to build another one. Like so. Then going right across from our spawning pads, we're going to build drop chutes. We're going to do like this. Maybe fix. Yeah. Build our drop chutes. Like so. So these drop chutes are used for us to collect our stars. So this farm is designed such that when the withers die, their loot drops down below them, so it can be easily collected by like a hopper or by a player, and so that's what we're going to do. So here we've built 4 shafts. I'm going to come over here about maybe 4 or 5 blocks and build an access port down. Now we have our drop chutes and an access pathway. So we're going to use that access pathway to get our stars. Actually, From here, we're going to go out 3 more. Build this in. Three more as well. So it should go 3 blocks, drop chute, 3 blocks, drop chute, 3 blocks, drop chute. Get it. On top of this, we're going to fill in area completely now with bedrock. Like so. Come on this end, we're going to add 1 more layer here. We're going to keep going up. Add a lift now. Here up. Should look like this. We're going to add another layer here as well. Finish this off. Like so. Now, you may, and I highly recommend if you end up building one of these in a world, you may want to extend your wither killer out like this, because if your withers actually get unloaded, say you actually log out while they're running, it can glitch out of the bedrock when they are reloaded. So it's nice to have a sort of protective barrier here. So this is just a little area that if they do happen to glitch out, you will be able, they'll get stuck in this area and you'll be able to kill them manually. Don't want them floating off or doing more damage than they should. So this is what we have. So we have a little area that is safety area that the wither spawns. We'll go in. We have our spawning pads and pumpkin. So double check the pumpkin. Yeah, so the pumpkin is facing in the northwest direction, and our wither killer looks like this. And now we're going to take our soul sand and our skulls. We're going to spawn our withers. So the way this farm works is that when you spawn the withers, they're going to spawn in the positive X direction, and they're going to get stuck in this bedrock. So they'll be stuck in this bedrock, and they will start to suffocate. And then as they suffocate, they will take damage, and they will lose health that way. Now, this farm is slightly... You can make mistakes with this farm. So if you accidentally spawn two withers too close to one another, they will attack each other, and they will stop suffocating. You kind of need to spread them out like this. This is the closest you can put the withers. So these withers are going to take a while to die. So I'm going to camp out a bit while we wait. So our last wither is now dying. And when that's done, we're going to go down into our drop chute and collect our stars. We should get 4 wither stars and some other loot associated with it. We're going to go down here, drop back down. So in your real world, you could collect a storage area here, or water streams or something that you could do to transport your items. But in our case, we collected 4 stars manually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hope you enjoyed my little tutorial on how to build a wither killer. Like I said, this is not really something you can build in survival. Not in 1.16. We did build a much larger one on advanced automation in survival in 1.14. But this is it's much harder now to obtain bedrock and break bedrock especially. This is not really the type of project you kind of want to do in survival, but it is possible to build something this small in survival. And just got to be very careful you don't misplace blocks. That's one of the most annoying things, is trying to get rid of bedrock after you've placed it. And so I'm Rufus. I'd like to just thank you for watching, and I hope you had a good time. Bye.
Bedrock! That's exploit, silly.
Camping on the Nether roof is so fun. Why don't more people do this in Bedrock? Building on the Nether. I'm building on the Nether roof. Hey! Yes, I'm building on the Nether roof in Bedrock. Building on the Nether roof in Bedrock.